Things in 60 seconds. Part 1, the Italian. First you go e4. Black will go e5. You go knight f3. Black goes knight c6. You go bishop f4. If black plays knight f6 here, you go knight g5, which is a fried liver. I'll be covering that in a separate one. A common move in this position for black is bishop c5. After that, many people just castle, but you can also do a knight c3 here, and then if black plays knight f6, then it's just a perfectly symmetrical position. What I'd recommend here is something like c3, and then if this happens in this, or b4, which is the Evans. This is Chess Openings Part 2, the Dear Ass Gambit. If white plays e4, you will go f5. White can take here, and then you go knight f6. Now, if white's smart and plays bishop d3, you're kind of screwed. You can't play e5 because of en passant, but you can play d5. Like that. But most of the time, white will play something like d4, then you play d5. White plays knight f3, you take the pawn, and if your opponent is unprepared, you will most likely get a position such as this one. And right now, you're 0.45 ahead, which is like a full pawn ahead of what you'd be at the beginning. It's time for Chess Openings Part 3, the London. As white, you want to go d4. Black has two responses here, d5 or knight f3. Either way, you're going to want to go bishop f4. If they go d5 now, this is just a transposition, and you can do this. And after this position, you should play knight f3. Now, they have two moves here. There's e6, quietly playing, getting to develop the bishops, well, blocking that bishop. Or they can play more aggressively with a move like c5, breaking in the center. And as you can see, if you play this, all your advantages white is gone, pretty much. And eventually in the London, you're hoping for a position. Time for 60-second Chess Openings Part 4, the Queens Gambit. It starts with d4, d5, then white goes c4. Black has four good moves here, such as this one, going e6, which is the Queen's Gambit declined. This, which is a Slav defense. This, which is the Alban counter gambit. And this, which is the Queen's Gambit accepted. The most common move here for black is this one. After this, white might play knight c3 and black will play knight f6, leaving the tension. After that, you might get knight f3 and bishop e7, and you might finally get a position like this. Now, I will be doing a part 2 to this because there's, a lot to cover in the Queen's Gambit. This is part 2 of episode 4 of the 60-second Chess Openings. More Queens. So, if black plays the Alban counter gambit and you take, what black should do here is knight to e7. After that, you should do something like e4, and then they take, and then you take the queen, they can't castle, and you're on your merry way. And if they take, you just play knight c3, and if they're not careful, you just get into a position like this, which is already much better for you as white. In the Slav, you play knight f3. If they play knight f6, then you can go knight c3, and then, I don't know, if they take, then after that, you can probably just do this, and then you're good. 60-second chess openings part 5, the ball cloud. It starts with e4, e5, king to e2, king to e7, king to e1, king to e8. Alternatively, you can do d4, d5, then king to d2, and then this. Woo! Then you can do also this, and this. The bong cloud switcheroo attack on the knight and the pawn. This is really good for white right now. And just ignore the -3 there. Just ignore that, because once this happens, you're going to get a pawn with check, and it's all great. Yay!